Welcome to the channel. Here, we honor the legendary figures we've lost, but whose legacies continue to inspire us every day. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the bell so you never miss a tribute. Stick around till the end, we promise there's always something meaningful waiting for you. David Victor Harris, February 28, 1946 to February 6, 2023, was an American journalist and activist whose legacy was defined by his fervent opposition to the Vietnam War and a distinguished career in journalism that spanned over 5 decades. Born in Fresno, California, Harris grew up in a family rooted in the city's history. His father, Clifton G. Harris Jr., was a real estate lawyer, and his mother, Elaine Jensen Harris, was a devoted Christian Scientist. Harris was the younger of 2 siblings, with his brother Clifton G. Harris III being 18 months older. His family's local prominence was marked by the contributions of his ancestors, including his great-grandfather Levi Barringer, a Fresno settler, and his maternal grandfather Daniel Jensen, a master woodworker. Harris attended Fresno High School, where he excelled in academics, debate, and football, earning the title of Boy of the Year upon his graduation in 1963. A scholarship allowed him to attend Stanford University, where his involvement in the civil rights movement and his election as student body president in 1966 laid the foundation for his activism. Harris emerged as a prominent figure in the anti-Vietnam War movement in the late 1960s. In 1967, he co-founded the Resistance, an organization advocating civil disobedience against military conscription. The Resistance orchestrated draft card return events, encouraging young men to confront the government by refusing to comply with the draft system. Harris himself became a symbol of the movement when he refused to report for military duty in January 1968, an act of defiance that led to his indictment and eventual conviction for disobedience of a lawful order of induction. In May 1968, a federal court sentenced him to 3 years in prison, a punishment the judge delivered with the remark, "You may be right, but you're going to be punished." Harris's appeal efforts proved unsuccessful, and he entered the federal prison system in July 1969. He served 20 months across facilities in Arizona and Texas, ultimately being released in March 1971. Despite his incarceration, Harris continued to oppose the Vietnam War until the signing of peace agreements in 1973. His commitment to activism extended beyond Vietnam, as he later spoke against draft registration in the 1980s and supported those resisting conscription. In 1976, he ran unsuccessfully for Congress as a Democratic candidate, challenging Republican incumbent Pete McCloskey, who advocated for mandatory national service. Harris's activism was later featured in the 2020 documentary The Boys Who Said No, chronicling the draft resistance movement during the Vietnam War. Harris transitioned from activism to journalism in 1973 when Jan Wenner, the founder of Rolling Stone magazine, offered him an opportunity to write for the publication. This marked the beginning of a prolific career in journalism, with Harris contributing extensively to national and international outlets. In 1978, he signed a decade-long contract as a contributing editor for the New York Times Magazine. Afterward, he concentrated on authoring books, publishing 11 works that explored themes ranging from politics and war to environmental issues and sports. Notable titles include Dreams Die Hard, 1982, an exploration of the lives of 3 anti-war activists, and Our War, 1996, a reflection on the Vietnam War and its impact on American society. His other works, such as Shooting the Moon, 2001, chronicling the hunt for Panamanian dictator Manuel Noriega, and The Genius, 2008, profiling NFL coach Bill Walsh, further showcased his versatility as a writer. Harris's personal life was as complex as his professional endeavors. In 1968, he married folk musician and activist Joan Baez after meeting her while soliciting support for the resistance. Their relationship, which Time magazine once dubbed the "wedding of the century," saw them living on a commune known as Struggle Mountain in Los Altos Hills, California. They shared a dedication to peace and social justice, but Harris's imprisonment in 1969 placed a strain on their marriage. Their son, Gabriel, was born while Harris was incarcerated, and the couple amicably divorced in 1973. Harris later married New York Times journalist and novelist Lacey Fosberg in 1977, with whom he had a daughter, Sophie. After Fosberg's death in 1993, Harris found love again with physician Sherry Forrester, whom he married in 2011. The couple resided in Mill Valley, California, where Harris spent the remainder of his life. Harris passed away from lung cancer on February 6, 2023, at the age of 76. His legacy as an activist and journalist endures through his body of work, which provides a vivid chronicle of his era's most pressing social, political, and cultural issues. His courage in resisting the Vietnam War, his eloquence in storytelling, and his unwavering commitment to justice left an indelible mark on the world, inspiring future generations to question authority and stand up for their beliefs. Amir Abdur-Rahim, March 18, 1981 to October 24, 2024, was an accomplished basketball coach and former player who left a significant impact on collegiate basketball, both as a leader on the court and as a mentor of it. Known for his determination, strategic acumen, and dedication to his players, Abdur-Rahim achieved remarkable milestones in his coaching career, including leading Kennesaw State and the University of South Florida, USF, to unprecedented success. Born in Atlanta, Georgia, Abdur-Rahim grew up in a large and deeply grounded family as one of 13 siblings. His father, William, served as an imam, and his mother, Deborah, was a Christian special education teacher. This diverse and supportive upbringing instilled in Abdur-Rahim a sense of discipline, compassion, and leadership that would define his life. Basketball was a family passion. His brother, Sharif, enjoyed a 13-year NBA career and became the president of the NBA G League. Amir Abdur-Rahim's own basketball journey began at Joseph Wheeler High School in Marietta, Georgia, where he established himself as a promising talent. He played one season at Garden City Community College before transferring to Southeastern Louisiana University. There, he thrived under coach Billy Kennedy, earning 3 All-Southland Conference selections and finishing 7th in career points, 2nd in three-pointers made, and 2nd in steals. After completing his playing career, Abdur-Rahim turned to coaching in 2006, starting as a graduate assistant at Murray State under Billy Kennedy. His early coaching years were a proving ground where he developed his skills in player development and strategy. He was promoted to a full-time assistant coach role at Murray State, where he stayed until 2011. From there, he moved to Georgia Tech as the director of player development and later joined the College of Charleston as an assistant coach. His time at Texas A&M, again under Kennedy, included 2 NCAA Sweet 16 appearances, solidifying his reputation as an effective recruiter and tactician. In 2019, Abdur-Rahim was named head coach at Kennesaw State, a role that would define his early legacy. In just 4 years, he transformed the program from a struggling Division I team to a powerhouse. Under his leadership, the Owls achieved their first winning season in Division I history, finishing the 2022-23 season with a 26-9 record. The team secured their first Atlantic Sun (ASUN) regular season and tournament titles, earning a historic berth in the NCAA Division I tournament. For his efforts, Abdur-Rahim was named the 2023 ASUN Coach of the Year, a testament to his ability to inspire and elevate his team. His success at Kennesaw State led to his appointment as head coach of USF in March 2023. At USF, Abdur-Rahim quickly made an impact, leading the Bulls to their first-ever top 25 ranking and an American Athletic Conference (AAC) regular season title with a school-best 25-8 record. He earned recognition as a Naismith College Coach of the Year semi-finalist and was a finalist for the Ben Jobe and Jim Phelan National Coach of the Year awards. His work in Tampa revitalized the program and left a lasting legacy of excellence and resilience. Off the court, Abdur-Rahim was deeply committed to the development of his players, emphasizing leadership, integrity, and personal growth. He valued the connections he built with his players and staff, viewing basketball as a platform for instilling life lessons. His leadership was informed by his family values and his understanding of the challenges faced by young athletes. On October 24, 2024, Abdurrahim passed away unexpectedly at the age of 43 due to complications from a medical procedure for an undisclosed illness. His death sent shockwaves through the basketball community, where he was universally respected and admired. In the wake of his passing, USF honored his legacy by naming the student section at the Yangling Center the Amir Abdurrahim Student Section and planning a permanent tribute in the arena. The AAC recognized his influence by naming him the honorary 2024-25 Coach of the Year and establishing the Amir Abdurrahim Sportsmanship Award. This annual award will be presented to the men's basketball player in the conference who best embodies the qualities of sportsmanship, leadership, and fair play. Amir Abdurrahim's legacy extends far beyond his on-court achievements. He was a coach, mentor, and leader who inspired those around him to strive for greatness, face challenges with courage, and live with integrity. His contributions to collegiate basketball and the lives of the players he mentored will be remembered and celebrated for years to come. Barry Goldberg, December 25, 1942 to January 22, 2025, was an influential figure in the world of blues and rock music. Renowned as a keyboardist, songwriter, and producer, he left a lasting legacy through his extensive collaborations with legendary artists, his contributions to iconic recordings, and his passion for the Chicago blues tradition. Over a career that spanned more than 6 decades, Goldberg's work bridged generations and genres, showcasing his extraordinary talent and dedication to music. Born in Chicago, Illinois, Goldberg grew up in an environment rich in the blues tradition. His early exposure to the genre inspired him to pursue music as a career. As a teenager, Goldberg began performing with blues legends such as Muddy Waters, Otis Rush, and Howlin' Wolf, earning him recognition as a prodigious talent. This formative experience deeply influenced his musical style, embedding the spirit of Chicago blues in his work. In 1965, Goldberg's burgeoning career took a significant step forward when he co-founded the Goldberg-Miller Blues Band with Steve Miller. The group released the single, The Mother Song, and gained national attention with a performance on the television show Hullabaloo. While the band was short-lived, its impact was notable, serving as a launchpad for both Goldberg and Miller's careers. Goldberg's association with Bob Dylan marked another milestone in his career. He played keyboards with the Paul Butterfield Blues Band during Dylan's groundbreaking electric set at the Newport Folk Festival in 1965, a performance that forever changed the course of folk and rock music. This collaboration cemented Goldberg's reputation as a skilled and adaptable musician. In 1967, Goldberg co-founded the Electric Flag with guitarist Mike Bloomfield. The band blended blues, rock, and soul, creating a unique sound that resonated with the counterculture movement of the late 1960s. Their debut album, A Long Time Comin', is considered a classic, and Goldberg's keyboard work was integral to its success. Following his time with the Electric Flag, Goldberg formed the Barry Goldberg Reunion in 1968, continuing to explore new musical directions. Throughout the 1960s and 1970s, Goldberg became a sought-after session musician and songwriter. His songs, often co-written with lyricist Jerry Goffin, were recorded by artists such as Rod Stewart, Gladys Knight, Joe Cocker, and Graham Parsons. He contributed to numerous landmark albums, including Leonard Cohen's Death of a Ladies' Man, the Ramones' End of the Century, and the Flying Burrito Brothers' The Gilded Palace of Sin. Notably, Goldberg played on Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels' Devil with a Blue Dress On, and was a key contributor to the legendary Super Session album alongside Mike Bloomfield, Stephen Stills, and Al Kooper. Goldberg's self-titled solo album, released in 1974, was produced by Bob Dylan and Jerry Wexler, highlighting his connections to some of the most influential figures in music. This period also saw Goldberg collaborating extensively with other artists, further establishing his reputation as a versatile and innovative musician. In the 1990s, Goldberg expanded his role as a producer, working with Carla Olson and Mick Taylor on the live album Too Hot for Snakes. He co-produced Percy Sledge's Grammy-nominated album Blue Night in 1994, which featured an impressive lineup of guest musicians, including Bobby Womack and Steve Cropper. His production work reflected his deep understanding of musical traditions and his ability to bring out the best in the artists he collaborated with. Goldberg remained active in the 2000s, touring with the Chicago Blues Reunion and contributing to projects that celebrated the blues' enduring legacy. His work with the band The Rides, which he co-founded with Stephen Stills and Kenny Wayne Shepherd, brought him renewed acclaim. The group's albums, Can't Get Enough, 2013, and Pierced Arrow, 2016, received critical praise for their blend of classic and contemporary blues-rock. In addition to his work as a performer and producer, Goldberg composed music for film and television. His theme song for the Disney Channel original movie Smart House and his contributions to the documentary *Bang! The Burt Burns story * showcased his ability to adapt his talents to diverse mediums. Goldberg's later years were marked by continued creativity and collaboration. His 2018 album In the Groove featured new and classic instrumentals, highlighting his mastery of the Hammond B3 organ, piano, and Wurlitzer piano. He also contributed to the 2021 compilation album Americana Railroad, which celebrated the intersection of American roots music and railroads. Beyond his musical achievements, Goldberg was deeply connected to his roots. He was the nephew of Supreme Court Justice Arthur Goldberg, and his Chicago upbringing remained a central influence throughout his life. His passion for the blues and his dedication to preserving its legacy earned him widespread respect and admiration. Barry Goldberg passed away on January 22, 2025, at the age of 83, due to complications from non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. His contributions to music, both as a performer and as a producer, left an indelible mark on the industry. He will be remembered as a pioneering musician whose work celebrated the rich traditions of the blues while pushing the boundaries of the genre. His legacy continues to inspire musicians and fans alike, ensuring that his influence will be felt for generations to come. Charlotte Raven, a renowned British author and journalist, left an indelible mark on the literary and feminist landscapes of her time. Born in Streatham in September 1969, she studied English at the University of Manchester, where she became a prominent Labour Club activist. During her university years, she was instrumental in a successful campaign to remove Derek Draper from his position as Student Union Communications Officer, though they later shared a 4-year relationship. Following her tenure as the University of Manchester Students' Union Women's Officer in 1990–91, Raven oversaw significant student elections, including one where future Labour MP Liam Byrne failed to secure a position as welfare officer. She continued her academic pursuits at the University of Sussex. Raven's professional journey began with contributions to the Modern Review, where she later became the editor of its 1997 relaunch. During this time, she forged a notable but controversial relationship with Julie Burkill, which brought both personal and professional attention. Her incisive and often provocative columns regularly graced the pages of The Guardian and New Statesman, earning her recognition as a bold and unflinching voice in British journalism. However, her career was not without contention. A 2001 article she wrote about Denise Fergus and Liverpool sparked accusations of regional racism and public outrage. The backlash led to a formal acknowledgement by The Guardian that the piece should not have been published. In 2013, Raven announced plans to revive the feminist magazine Spare Rib, aiming to modernize its legacy. Although the magazine eventually launched under a different name, the project reflected Raven's enduring commitment to feminist ideals and cultural critique. On a personal front, Raven married filmmaker Tom Sheehan, and together they had 2 children, Anna, born in 2004, and John, born in 2009. Her life took a dramatic turn in 2006 when she was diagnosed with Huntington's disease, an incurable hereditary neurological disorder. She publicly disclosed her diagnosis in 2010, candidly discussing her struggles, including contemplations of suicide, and her decision to continue living after an inspiring visit to a clinic in Venezuela. Her resilience and advocacy were further exemplified when she became the first patient in the Roche-Genentech trial for the experimental Huntington's treatment tominersen in 2019. In 2021, Raven co-authored Patient 1 with her physician, Edward Wild, a memoir chronicling her journey with Huntington's disease, her participation in groundbreaking clinical trials, and the profound ways the illness reshaped her life. The book garnered critical acclaim, earning her a nomination for the Royal Society of Literature Christopher Bland Prize in 2022, which honors debut authors over the age of 50. Tragically, Raven passed away on January 22, 2025, at the age of 55 in London. Her death was attributed to a brain hemorrhage caused by complications of Huntington's disease. Despite her untimely passing, her work and legacy, marked by courage, intellect, and unyielding determination, continue to inspire and provoke thought in readers and activists worldwide. Barry Goldberg, December 25, 1942 to January 22, 2025, was an American blues and rock keyboardist, songwriter, and record producer. Goldberg co-produced albums by Percy Sledge, Charlie Musselwhite, James Cotton, and the Text Ones, plus Bob Dylan's version of Curtis Mayfield's People Get Ready. Career 1950s, 1970s. As a teenager in Chicago, Goldberg sat in with Muddy Waters, Otis Rush, and Howlin' Wolf. He played keyboards with the Paul Butterfield Blues Band backing Bob Dylan during his 1965 newly electrified appearance at the Newport Folk Festival. 1. He formed the Electric Flag with Mike Bloomfield in 1967. 1. And formed the Barry Goldberg Reunion in 1968. 2. In 1965, after moving to Chicago to play the blues, Steve Miller and Goldberg founded the Goldberg-Miller Blues Band. 1. Along with bassist Roy Ruby, rhythm guitarist Craymore Stevens, and drummer Maurice McKinley. The band contracted to Epic Records and recorded a single, The Mother Song, which they performed on Hullabaloo, before Miller left the group to go to San Francisco. Goldberg's songs, some co-written with Jerry Goffin, have been recorded by many musicians, including Rod Stewart, Gladys Knight, Joe Cocker, Steve Miller, Bobby Blue Bland, Graham Parsons and B.J. Thomas. Goldberg's first professional recording session was Devil with a Blue Dress On, / Good Golly Miss Molly, by Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels. Among the albums he contributed to are Leonard Cohen's Death of a Ladies' Man, the Ramones' End of the Century, the Flying Burrito Brothers' The Gilded Palace of Sin, and Super Session, which featured Michael Bloomfield, Stephen Stills, and Al Kooper. Goldberg's self-titled album was released in 1974, and was produced by Bob Dylan and Jerry Wexler. 1990s. 2000s. In 1992 he played keyboards with the Carla Olson and Mick Taylor Band, which resulted in the live CD Too Hot for Snakes, featuring Ian McLaughlin, Jesse Sublette and John Juke Logan. In 1994, Goldberg and Saul Davis produced Blue Night by Percy Sledge, which featured Bobby Womack, Steve Cropper, Mick Taylor, Greg Leese, Bob Glaub, Ed Green, and Michael Rickfurs, with songs written by Rick Furs, Greg Sutton, Pat Robinson, Carla Olson, the Bee Gees, Quinton Claunch, Fats Domino, and Otis Redding. The album was Grammy nominated and the W.C. Handy Soul Album of the Year. By 1999, Goldberg both wrote and performed the theme to the Disney Channel original movie Smart House, entitled The House is Jumpin', with Phil Chanale and Sterling Smith, with vocals by Chon Andre. He wrote the song with Jill Wissoff and Joel Diamond. In 2002, he was featured on the Bo Diddley tribute album Hey Bo Diddley, a tribute, playing piano on the songs Pills, I'm a Man, and Before You Accuse Me, produced by Carla Olson. Carla also produced Barry's Stoned Again album, which featured Denny Freeman, Mick Taylor and Ernie Watts. In 2004, Shining Through the Rain by Percy Sledge was co-produced by Davis and Goldberg, featuring Larry Byram, Denny Freeman, Clayton Ivey, Ed Green, Phil Upchurch, Bob Glaub, The Waters, and Jacob Dylan, and songs by the Bee Gees, Michael Rickfurs, Carla Olson, Jackie Lomax, Earl Carson, Bobby Moore. In 2005 to 2006, he toured with the Chicago Blues Reunion featuring Nick Gravenites, Harvey Mandel, Tracy Nelson and Corky Siegel. Their debut CD reached number 2 on the Billboard Blues chart and received a 4-star review from Rolling Stone magazine's David Frick. 2010 to 2021 Goldberg left, performing with the Rides in 2012. Stephen Stills recruited Goldberg in founding a new band dubbed The Rides, culling some of Stills' best work from the past, adding guitarist Kenny Wayne Shepherd and session drummer Chris Layton. Goldberg co-wrote 4 songs on their first album, titled Can't Get Enough, released that year. The feature track is Word Game. Much of the album reflects the work Stills did on the Super Session album with Mike Bloomfield in 1968. 3. The album was nominated for a 2014 Blues Music Award for Best Rock Blues Album. Goldberg appears on the Carla Olson album Have Harmony, Will Travel, released April 15, 2013, on Busted Flat Records, playing Hammond B3 organ on Del Shannon's Keep Searchin', sung by Carla and Peter Case, and piano and organ on the Little Steven song, All I Needed Was You, sung by Scott Kempner, the Del Lords. The Born in Chicago documenting Chicago blues was released in 2013, premiering at the South by Southwest Film Festival in March. Goldberg had been working on this project for a few years. It includes unique contributions by Bob Dylan, B.B. King, Buddy Guy, Hubert Sumlin, Eric Burden, and many others. Goldberg produced 3 tracks on the 2013 EP, Drown in the Crimson Tide, by The Voice Season 1 semi-finalist Nakia with longtime friend Johnny Lee Shell. In 2016, the Rides played with Neil Young at the Pantages Theater in Los Angeles at the Light Up the Blues event. The band later the same year released their second album, Pierced Arrow. Goldberg produced and composed additional musical score to the documentary feature film Bang. The Burt Burns Story, which premiered at South by Southwest in 2016 and was released theatrically in 2017. His latest CD, In the Groove, was released on June 15, 2018, on Sunset Boulevard Records. The album consists of new and classic instrumentals, and features Goldberg on Hammond B3 organ, piano and Wurlitzer piano. Among the featured musicians and guests is jazz pianist Les McCann. The album was produced by Carla Olson. Goldberg appears on the Renew/BMG album Americana Railroad, released November 26, 2021, backing Rocky Burnett and James Intveld. Personal life and death. Goldberg was a nephew of Supreme Court Justice Arthur Goldberg. 5. Barry Goldberg died due to complications from non-Hodgkin's lymphoma on January 22, 2025, at the age of 83. 6. Will Smith, born Willard Carroll Smith Jr. on September 25, 1968, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, is an American actor, rapper, and producer. Renowned for his charisma, versatility, and unrelenting work ethic, Smith has become one of the most recognizable and influential figures in the entertainment industry. Over the decades, he has achieved success in music, television, and film, earning accolades and breaking records along the way. Smith was raised in West Philadelphia, where he grew up in a middle-class family. His father, Willard Carroll Smith Sr., was a refrigeration engineer, and his mother, Caroline Bright, was a school board administrator. Smith displayed remarkable charisma and confidence from a young age, earning him the nickname Prince in high school for his charm and ability to talk his way out of trouble. This nickname would later evolve into Fresh Prince, the moniker under which he began his music career. Smith's entry into the entertainment industry began with music. In 1985, he teamed up with DJ Jazzy Jeff Towns, a friend he met at a party, to form the duo DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Their music, characterized by humorous storytelling and clean lyrics, quickly gained popularity. The duo's first major hit, Parents Just Don't Understand, released in 1988, won the first ever Grammy Award for Best Rap Performance. They followed it with other hits like Summertime, which became a summer anthem and solidified their place in hip-hop history. Despite his success in music, Smith's extravagant spending habits led him into financial difficulties, leaving him nearly bankrupt by the early 1990s. However, this financial setback proved to be a turning point in his career. In 1990, he was approached by producer Quincy Jones to star in a sitcom loosely based on his own life. The result was The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, a show that would change his life forever. Premiering on NBC in 1990, the series followed a street-smart teenager from Philadelphia who is sent to live with his wealthy relatives in Bel Air, California. The show became a cultural phenomenon, running for 6 successful seasons and making Smith a household name. While starring in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Smith began to transition into a film career. His breakout role came in the 1993 drama 6 Degrees of Separation, where he impressed audiences and critics with his dramatic acting skills. However, it was his role in the 1995 action comedy Bad Boys, alongside Martin Lawrence, that cemented his status as a bona fide movie star. The film was a box office hit and showcased Smith's natural charisma and ability to handle action-packed roles. Smith's star power continued to rise in the late 1990s and early 2000s. In 1996, he starred in Independence Day, a sci-fi blockbuster that became one of the highest-grossing films of all time. The following year, he played Agent J in Men in Black, another massive hit that spawned a successful franchise. During this time, Smith also resumed his music career, releasing solo albums that featured chart-topping singles like Gettin' Jiggy With It and Men in Black, which served as the theme song for the film. His music earned him multiple Grammy Awards and established him as a dual threat in both acting and music. Smith's ability to dominate both the music charts and the box office was unmatched. He became one of Hollywood's most bankable stars, known for his ability to draw audiences across genres. In the early 2000s, he starred in a series of successful films, including Ali, 2001, where he portrayed legendary boxer Muhammad Ali. His performance earned him his first Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. Smith continued to take on diverse roles, appearing in films like A Robot, 2004, The Pursuit of Happiness, 2006, and I Am Legend, 2007. His portrayal of Chris Gardner in The Pursuit of Happiness earned him his second Academy Award nomination and was widely praised for its emotional depth and authenticity. By the 2010s, Smith had firmly established himself as one of the most versatile actors in Hollywood. He continued to take on challenging roles, balancing blockbuster hits like Men in Black 3, 2012, with more experimental projects such as Concussion, 2015, where he played Dr. Bennett Omalu, a neuropathologist who discovers the link between football and chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE. Smith's performance in Concussion showcased his commitment to tackling complex and socially relevant topics. Despite his success, Smith's career has not been without its challenges. Some of his films, such as After Earth, 2013, which he starred in alongside his son Jaden Smith, were critical and commercial disappointments. However, Smith has always shown resilience, using setbacks as opportunities for growth. His passion for self-improvement and positivity is evident in his public persona and motivational speeches, where he frequently emphasizes the importance of hard work, persistence, and personal growth. In 2019, Smith starred as the genie in Disney's live-action adaptation of Aladdin, a role that allowed him to bring his signature energy and charisma to a beloved character. The film was a massive box office success, earning over $1 billion worldwide. Smith also reprised his role as Detective Mike Lowry in Bad Boys for Life, 2020, which became another major hit and demonstrated his enduring appeal to audiences. Smith's influence extends beyond acting and music. He is also a successful producer, with his production company, Overbrook Entertainment, responsible for creating films like The Karate Kid, 2010, and Hitch, 2005. Additionally, Smith has embraced social media, where he shares inspirational content, behind-the-scenes glimpses into his life, and comedic videos that resonate with millions of followers. His willingness to adapt to new platforms has helped him remain relevant in an ever-changing entertainment landscape. Smith's personal life has also been a subject of public interest. He married actress Sherry Zampino in 1992, and the couple had a son, Trey Smith, before divorcing in 1995. In 1997, Smith married actress Jada Pinkett, with whom he has 2 children, Jaden and Willow Smith. Both Jaden and Willow have pursued careers in entertainment, carving out their own paths in music, acting, and fashion. The Smith family has often been in the spotlight, with their unconventional approach to parenting and open discussions about their personal lives sparking both admiration and controversy. One of the most significant moments in Smith's career came in 2022, when he won his first Academy Award for Best Actor for his portrayal of Richard Williams, the father of tennis champions Venus and Serena Williams, in the biographical drama King Richard. His performance was widely praised for its depth and authenticity, and the film highlighted Smith's ability to bring humanity and complexity to his characters. However, the night of his Oscar win was overshadowed by an incident during the ceremony in which Smith slapped comedian Chris Rock on stage following a joke about his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. The incident sparked widespread controversy and led to a mixed reception from fans and peers. Smith later apologized for his actions, acknowledging his mistake and expressing a commitment to personal growth. The event marked a turning point in his career, prompting reflection on his public image and the challenges of maintaining grace under pressure. Throughout his life and career, Will Smith has remained a symbol of ambition, resilience, and reinvention. From his early days as a rapper to becoming one of the biggest movie stars in the world, Smith has consistently pushed boundaries and taken risks. His ability to adapt to new challenges, both professionally and personally, has ensured his longevity in the entertainment industry. As an actor, musician, producer, and cultural icon, Smith's impact on popular culture is undeniable, and his legacy continues to inspire millions around the globe. Thank you for watching. We hope this tribute helped keep the memory of these legends alive. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories. Until next time, take care and keep their legacies in your heart.